EDSJ, Canon Anna here. I want to talk to you today about voting. As Episcopalians and followers of Jesus, we are called through our baptismal covenant, through that petition that we say, with God's help, we will respect the dignity of every human being. It is through that we are called to vote faithfully. Now, most people know I'm pretty outspoken, and I'll tell you what I think about most things. And while I'm not going to tell you who to vote for today or which ballot measures you should or should not support, what I am going to share with you is the 6 areas that I am considering this season as I cast my ballot. This year, I'm thinking about gun safety. As we all know, over the last 20, 30 years, we have seen an uptick in violence, primarily directed at our children through gun violence and school shootings. This is a preventable epidemic in our country. And it makes no sense to me that we do not have stricter background checks and laws that prevent this sort of violence from happening. Our school children should not have to practice active shooter drills or worry about going to the mall or the movies. They should be able to enjoy their childhood. So as adults, let's respect their dignity and the dignity of their teachers and their classroom helpers and school administrations by casting a vote that will help us to have better gun safety laws. I'm also thinking about Social Security this year, and not because I've got retirement on the brain, but I'm thinking about it because my parents depend upon Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid, all of that. My grandparents did as well. So we need to be thinking about those who will serve with Social Security in mind for our older generations and to ensure that it will continue on into the future. Speaking of Medicare and Medicaid, health care for all. I am devastated when I hear stories of how one overly expensive medical bill has caused a person now to have to be unhoused. So how can we have more affordable health care, which includes prescription drugs? How can we ensure that our folks in our neighborhoods and in our families have access to reasonably priced medications and the health care that they need, not just to survive, but to thrive? I'm also thinking this year about our call to be good stewards of this fragile earth, our island home. God created this beautiful place that we call home so that we could enjoy it, so that we could take vacations, so that we could grow food together, so that we could share in community with our 4-legged friends. And we have done a terrible job of taking care of our house. So friends, this year, I am seriously thinking about how can I cast a vote for candidates who will ensure the long-term sustainability of our planet, not just for my convenience and pleasure, but for the pleasure and enjoyment and sustainability of future generations. You know, I was on the floor of General Convention when the Supreme Court ruled in favor of marriage equality for all. I remember the celebrations that day. So my vote this year will go to candidates who want to support the ongoing preservation of LGBTQ plus rights. And that includes access to health care, as well as marriage equality. And lastly, I am supporting candidates who believe that women have an active contribution to make to this world. So I am voting for candidates who support women's rights, whether that's our economic rights, whether that is our independence rights, whether that is our bodily autonomy rights. We have a voice, and that voice needs to be heard and shared. Not just because I'm an outspoken person, but I'm thinking about the girls that will come after me who feel a strong call to service and to leadership, and they need to know that they are valued and loved and respected. So that's how I'm exercising my baptismal covenant as I think about who I vote for this year. I invite you to do the same. So whether or not you mail in your ballot or you go to a polling station, I invite you to vote faithfully this election season. Not just for yourself, but for all those in your community and those to come. Take care.